A very good morning to you, viewers, and you're welcome to the Young Achievers, the Young CEOs, where we celebrate, of course, the young Nigerians, young people, young, able bodied men and women doing amazingly well. Now, not just doing well in their field or in their world they have created for themselves, but of course, carrying others along. And today on my show, yes, a very special topic. You know how we do it here: automobile. Now, this is something when we talk about automobile repairs. We know in a world that every youth wants to feel fly, unstained. Hardly you will see people saying, okay, I want to learn a skill, I want to do this, and automobile. That is one field I know that a lot of young people don't want to look into. But here we are. Do you know you can still, be an automobile repair and still feel fly, look good, look so sharp with that stain. Yes, that is what we're going to be talking about today. And of course, I have with me, you see this guy I have on my show today. You see how clean he looks? Yes, that is where we are taking automobile repair to. And he is no other than Mr. Increase Oluwakayode Oluwole Oshoro, General Manager, Keku Automotive Academy. Now, people, things are going on a level we do not see. It's not in those olden days, so you see mechanic coming to you looking dirty, smelling and all that. We are actually topping our game. We are upping our game seriously, and that is what Mr. Increase has been doing over the years. He has students, a lot of students are under him. He is actually mentoring, teaching them to be automobile repairs, and they are doing it very well and neatly as well. Good morning, sir. Nice to have you on the show today.
Morning, Princess. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, well, by grace, I'm good and I'm fine.
Nice to have you. Yes, viewers, you're welcome once again to the Youngest Achiever. We're reaching you live from our SRTV studio here in London, the world's capital city. I'm Princess Kessy, and you know how it is. It is going to be a fun ride today. This is something not the usual. So sit back, relax, and have fun with us. Yes, Mr. Increase. And your name is a very special name as well, Increase. I don't think I've ever heard of that, somebody bearing Increase. Anyway, you're welcome. And let's talk about your Automotive Academy. That is one of a kind, if you ask me. It's something I have never heard of, or like somebody now having automobile school. This is not the normal usual roadside mechanic where people go to repair cars, but this is school. So you pick them young, you groom them, and you've turned it into academy. I can't believe this. This is unbelievable. But where did that idea come from? Let me start from there. And first, can we meet you and then you tell us where the idea, where you started developing that kind of idea?
Okay. Good morning, everyone, and good morning to everyone that's watching us from all parts of the world where this is happening. Increase Oluwakayode Oluwole Oshoron is my name. I'm an automobile repairer. I'm an author, and I'm a broadcaster as well. I tell people that care to listen that my job is not for dirty people, it's for intelligent people. I don't care even if you don't have education, but we can change your perception and change your mindset. People never knew there are two eyes in our structure. The one we see with our physical eye and with one we see through our mind. Becoming something is different from when you can see with your two naked eyes. Because being that thing is seeing it through your mind before you can conceive what it is. There's a say that said, if you see if you see someone that mad person kill the mother, if you see the mechanic, he's going to run. But we put the narrative on our head to say, no, it's never like that. I was born, bred, buttered under a mechanic father, which I never see him get dirty, and he has done the work for years before I studied mech engine and run under the training under Nigerian Army, and I understand how it is. So the idea actually came from the task that we face. We realized that people don't have the basic education about the work. So then we decided to change the narrative to say, no, we can help our society, give them a best education about the mechanic work, give them a good insight for them to understand that yes, they can enjoy the work and still make money from it. That was how we got the idea to say, okay, fine. If we have practiced this for decades, then we can change the narrative. In the place of going through our studies, going through our repairs, we now have the energy to write. So we believe our students don't need to get material from outside. From the material that we have is what our students will get to use in the school and do their life practical, because it's 70% practical and 30% theory. So with all the challenges, the difficulties we see when we go to different garages in Nigeria, in Africa, in the countries that we've been to, we say, no, we can just do something different. And that was how we started this.
Great that like I said, viewers, it's not the usual. When people say, "Oh, he's a mechanic, he's dirty, he's that," we are up in the game. Yes, and that is what Mr. Increase is known for. Now, sir, how's the journey been so far? I know this is one. I don't think we have any other academy like that in Nigeria. I want to believe I have not seen such before. So, how is the journey been so far? Starting up, how was it like? Where did you get the fund? How stressful it is for you to come up with all this? How was the journey like?
It's a very rigorous journey. We've not gotten money from anybody. Nobody has financed 1 naira. Nobody has partnered with us. No one has contributed anything. We try to source for the material that we use to train the children on ourselves. That is where I got the ability to write. I never knew I can write. Do you understand? If you check, I have a book titled Understanding Automobile Repairs. So from the things we've learned in the past, then we brought it to the future to put it down into the pen and paper. When you're reading the book, you understand that yes, we did everything from the scratch. It's not because the state government or the federal government has contributed 1 naira or private partnership has come. No, we've not gotten no one. So what we do is the same car I drive is what I use for them in practical. And the engines that we've been able to change from automobile, then we've been able to get 1 or 2 items to show them that, yes, this is how it works inside the automobile compartment. Engine is there, transmission is there, braking system is there, electrical system is there. It's not because we've gotten funds from anybody. We just source from ourselves, from our 1 naira, 2 naira, a drop of coin that we're throwing down. That's what we're using to run this. And up till now, that's what we're still doing.
Amazing, amazing. Now, Increase, how are the people taking it? I know that we live in a society, like I said, that people are not even interested in anything automobile. Let's see, everybody wants to, like, okay, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a this, even mechanical engineers. I don't think they will want to come and start. That's one thing I've seen in Nigeria, that you are one person that is taking the footstep of your dad. Hardly hear, apart from people that their parents are medical doctors, lawyer. You hardly see people taking the especially when their parents were involved in one skill or the other. I did bring a guy here, a Caracella, one of the biggest in Abuja, that said the mom used to not like the mom used to sell, but he started developing the idea. So I'm quite thrilled that you follow the footstep of your dad, as well as now impacting the new generation. But how are people taking this? Talking about the kids, your students, how their parents, taking this, because they will tell you that my child will not repair cars; they will go and be a doctor, a lawyer. How has been the reception so far?
Where I started from, to make people have an understanding, is I started with my daughter. Do you understand? I tried to teach her what it means to be a standard automobile repairs. I tried to show her how you can do this not to get dirty.
So you're able to teach your daughter as well. You're teaching your daughter as well.
Of course.
Oh my goodness.
Let me tell you something. This is one thing I've come to realize. The big names that we hear today, Like people selling everything they're selling, have business for years, have business for 200 years, have business for 300 years. It's a generational business.
That is correct.
Do you understand? So
Yes.
we can do the same legacy in Africa, and it's starting from me. I think it's a good thing.
So how are people taking it?
This is it. A lot of people are lazy. We try to break down the studies to come in different categories. And you know why we
Okay.
do that? If you're doing mech engine, it's going to take you 2 years with 80% practical and 20% theory. Because we
Okay.
will show you the exact thing you need to know, how you need to fix it, how you need to disengage it. If you disengage this part, where do you put it? How do you keep it neat? But
Okay.
after breaking it into 8 modules that people can run up to like 24 months to have this for their self, after doing the first one, which is diagnostics, they'll tell you they are done, they will run. You understand?
Wow. Mm-hmm.
So after they now have one or two challenges, they now remember that, oh, they have one admission somewhere. Can we come back there? Can we continue from where we stop? You understand? This is
Yes.
the challenges. But right now, we've been able to see people that are willing to follow it to the latter. Not just people that will just do it to the surface and disappear. No. These ones are willing to do it to the latter. Now we see people that work in different organizations. Now I want to tell you, okay, let me just take my time, do this at my own time. So you have to now reschedule time for people to know that, yes, you can do this and you can start from your car.
Wow. I'm quite sure, that, people, the youth actually, even though some are lazy, some actually key into this, because, like I said, no longer in the days where you see mechanic dirty, but people can actually just come as, students to learn this from one stage to another stage, and then they get to understand the whole process. Now, how many students do you have in that academy?
In total, with the ones we have in Abuja, the ones we have in New York, and the ones we are trying to bring up in Abuja, what's it called, Lagos right now, we
Something
can tell
right
you there are
here,
still 50 of them.
Mr. Increase. So you have
What?
across the country, not just in Lagos.
No, not just in Lagos, Abuja as well. We have them in Kubo Mechanic Workshop there. In Uyo, we have them in Ekpo Boat. Then Lagos is the baby of the hand because it just started in Lagos. So we have coming on board as well.
How many students have you trained so far? How many do you have now?
Give us the last count. I think we've gone over 195.
Wow, this is interesting. And talking about, your student, how easy it is for someone to assess what is the criteria for you to admit them into the academy, and what is the age bracket we're looking at?
You know the truth? We make it so simple for people to work with no age. I've come to
Okay.
realize that education system have some barriers. They'll tell you if you don't have 6 A's, if you don't have 7 A's, if you don't have
We have a network issue,
even
but
if you
thank God
have
he's back now.
7 pass, do you get me? Even if you have 7 pass, we can still admit you.
Wow.
You know the thing? Some people don't do well in secondary school, but when they get to university, they become excellent.
That is
Some
true.
don't do some don't do well in primary school. But once they get to secondary school, they become excellent. So we look at the strength that this one can dispense, then we work with the strength. So once we get to the class where we'll train you, we'll make you so comfortable to make you understand that. Don't look aside distraction. Do you get my point? Failure is part of growth. If you don't fail, you cannot grow. People like us have failed more than a million times. But we keep failing, we keep growing. We keep failing, we keep growing. Do you understand? Some people will write a book for just 2 months. But we use 6 years to write a book. We did not give up. We still keep writing, and we are still writing.
Wow. This is interesting, increase. Now let's talk about you being, the general manager of Keku Automotive Repair. Now we know that you have a lot of young people under you. You're mentoring right now. You yourself, you are into that skill yourself. And but
Correct.
these young people you mentor, how is it like being a mentor to them in a country where a lot of people look up to? Like you said, government has never, nobody has ever, financed what you do. This was your initiative. You started, and you were still there, thriving. Now, how is it like for you now? You look at yourself and your student. How does that make you feel?
You know the truth. The first thing I look into the people around me is I look at what they are exposed to, where they are coming from, and what is their strength. Do you understand? Some come to me to the class and sit down and we do all we want to do, and I've been able to put some food on the table. Once in a while, I'll just call for a whole lunch to say, yes, I'm taking care of the lunch today. Once in a while, I'll tell you, don't worry, I'm taking care of the breakfast. The first 20 people to get to class tomorrow, they'll have a breakfast.
Oh, wow,
The,
really?
the economy is not friendly. And what I did was to bring myself to their level because I started some days back.
Okay.
Do you understand? So the only striving strength is I can only grow by the help of God, not by the help of man. So with
Wow.
that, I've been able to win some of them, many of them. I've been able to win many of them. If they have difficulties, they prefer to talk to me first because they know I won't crucify them. They know I won't talk them down. I'll first encourage you before I flog you. It's not that I'll just
Wow.
bring out king, I'll flog you before I encourage you. If you've done anything bad or you run, you did not come to class, you did not ask permission, I'll tell you, see that party that you went yesterday, I've been there before. Those people that you are following, those people that you think you are following, I've followed them before. It does not help. Then I can now talk to you, sit you down, and talk to your senses.
Now let's talk about your school. What are some of the courses? Because this is automobile repair school, and then who are the teachers? What is the criteria they need to have to teach in the school, and what exactly are the courses you're taking the students to make sure that when they graduate they will become a good automobile repairs?
We have 5 courses. We have mechanical, pure mechanical. The mechanical contain diesel and petrol engine.
Okay.
So we groom you to become a specialist on engine and transmission.
Okay.
Then we have brake and suspension system.
Okay.
We groom you to become a brake specialist. Then we have
Okay.
diagnostics. Diagnostics is the shortest course, which is about 4 months. We'll teach you how to diagnose a car and to interpret what you have diagnosed.
Wow.
Then electricals. Yes, the electrical is a segment where a full car is parked, and you're using a full car to do a practical. Before you come in the morning, the things I know that can give you a problem, like a blown out fuse, bad relays, will disengage them in the class, in the car. So when the electrical student comes, because the class is from Monday, the mechanicals will come to class from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then when they are doing their practical, the electrical will be in class for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And at your leisure time, you can still come around the workshop every Saturday to perfect what you are learning.
Wow.
So
This
what we are
is
trying to do is to segment everything to make things easy. For me, I'm a general repairer because I was trained under General Motors. I can work on engine, I can work on transmission, I can work on AC, I can work on brake, I can work on everything that concerns automobile. But in the advanced world, it's not like that. If you are under mechanical, you concentrate on the engine and transmission. If you are in
okay.
suspension department, you concentrate on suspension department. If you are a brake specialist alone, sincerely, you can become a billionaire without the help of anybody apart from God in this country.
Are you serious? Is it that lucrative?
Of course, because the minute they know that you are a brake specialist, anywhere you are, they'll come look for you.
Okay.
Yes. If they know that, okay, once you diagnose a car for them, you get, because a lot of people that diagnose a car don't understand what they diagnose from the diagnosing machine.
Okay.
You know, I go to visit different workshop. I'll just dress, wear white shirt. I'll go and ask question, and you'll be telling me what I know upside down. So I'll just
Wow.
look at you and tell you, no, I'm not sure this person is ready to do this. It's just little advice, little strength that we use in putting all of this together. So we say, no, the narrative must be different. So that's why we put all the courses in different segments. If you want to do brake and suspension, it's just 9 months. You become a brake and suspension specialist. All kind of electric suspension, hydraulic suspension, all manner of suspension. You do that successfully in 1 year, and you have your certificate. And the goal is not for anybody that graduates from that school to be working for anybody. So the minute, if you are graduating like 2 months at a time,
That is the
our
part I
goal
wanted
is,
to take you to. That is the part I wanted to take you to, right? Because we know that
okay.
you did say your father actually taught you this, and you developed the interest from there, seeing your father as a mechanic. And then, there's something that comes with, learning a skill in Nigeria. Growing up, we know that once you learn a skill and maybe you graduate, there is this startup that comes with it, and the person goes to open on start on their own. So I was going to ask if there's anything like that comes from your school academy as well.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Our goal is the minute you graduate as a brake specialist, we look at which region you are from. Do you understand me? So from the little we'll be able to put together, we will get those equipment, set up a mini standard workshop for you. Then you pay back in like 5 years, or you pay it back in like 7 years.
Really? This is
Yeah.
amazing.
Good. That is the goal. It's not that we will train you, we will equip you, we'll now push you into the labor market to be looking for job. The white collar job do not have a job. So many graduates are just wallowing around the city of Africa, no job, especially Nigeria. The government system is not encouraging, and it's a big load, and it's a massive load. So if you do mechanical, you graduate, we set up a mini workshop. We might tell you, okay, come and work with us for like a year, and see how much you can save from your salary, and let's see how much you can add to you. Do you understand? So we just set up, you just run the place, pay back in 5 years. We'll give you a 5 years or a 7 years. Max plan is 10 years.
Wow.
Yes.
That is quite encouraging. I think this is not just somebody learning the skill, but also getting the assurance at the end of the day that when you graduate, something comes from it, and of course you can stand on your own. And that is the essence of what we do here. And tell us, if you want to go into the school, is there any money fee? How much is the fee like during the time, the period of learning?
You just pay your form fee of 10,000 naira into Kekul Automotive Resources Nigeria Limited. Then you pay after your form, you come and do your, what's it called, assessment. So once you do your assessment, we'll know where to put you. If you want to do mechanical, we'll tell you, no, you don't have the strength for mechanical. Do you get my point? Then you now pay 20,000 naira acceptance fee. So once you pay the 20,000 naira acceptance fee, we'll enroll you. Your school fees for mechanical is approximately, right now, is approximately $300.
Okay.
Yes. Diagnostics is just $100.
Okay.
Electrical is $500.
Oh my goodness, that is much. So how can the ordinary person afford this increase with this
This is it.
dollar calling? Yes, break it down so we understand, because somebody watching right now might be interested, but this dollar thing we are not going into might just scare somebody away.
$300 is just 300,000 naira.
You know.
Good. So you're paying 60% or 50% of your school fees upfront. Do you understand? So if you pay 60% of your school fees, you can now disburse the other one into 2 years of your time. And this includes the material you're going to use. Anytime a new book come out for mechanical, you will have it, you won't pay for it. Anytime a new book come out for gearbox repair, you have it, you without paying for it. Anytime, what's it called, a book for diagnostics comes out, you have it without paying for it. The privilege of being the student of that school, the material you use, you are not paying for it. It's from what you are paying that we are getting you your material. So for the people doing electrical is a very broad course. Not just one, not just one vehicle. We are using two different kind of vehicles. And they are very technical. To trace from point A to point B, to change relay, to look at kickstarter, to look at steering angle sensor, to look at power steering set. All this electrical system is what will allow you to look into. So any of the materials that come, there are times that we buy materials for electricals because we don't have so many materials on our own. So we have to buy them in bulk and share it to our students. They are not paying for the material.
It's a part, even the school fees is part of their, things they'll be using during the time they will be learning or the time they'll be in the academy. So it's
Yeah,
actually good. I think that's fair enough, especially when it has to do with, the spanner, or I don't know how they used to call them, whatever it is.
too good.
Okay, so that is quite amazing. Now tell us, you've been doing this for so long now, and you know that people actually coming, but we still live in a country where jobs are not there, and the youths are, a lot of them are still relying on government job. So far, what would you say as the general manager of Keku Automotive Repairs? How would you say your academy has impacted us, or the economy as a people, or we as a people?
If you are waiting for our leaders, my dear, we won't go nowhere. Sorry to use that. If you're waiting for any leader in Nigeria, we won't go anywhere. What we've been able to do so far is taking the burden of others on ourselves for making them better. How many government parastatal or how many state government has taken the burden of others to make them better, rather than make themselves better? That's why we say our job is not for dirty people, it's for intelligent people. We look at your intelligence to make you better through the strength of what you've been able to gather all the years to make you function accurately the way you should function. We are reducing people on the street of Nigeria to impact knowledge into their life. We are calling people to change their disposition, that if you do this, this is what you will become. We try to change the narrative on how people see themselves once you come to their work and how they do it. And these are the things we don't get in our country here in Nigeria. Everything we do, we pay for it. And it's not encouraging. Princess, can you hear me?
Now, Mr. Increase, let's talk about the fact that there's something I love about your academy. Now, the fact that you are into automobile repair, we all know what comes with it, the stains, the smell, but you've been able over the years to keep it very clean. And, you guys even wear white and it's unstained. How are you able to achieve all this?
You know the truth, freedom is free. But the only thing that checkmates it is discipline. Do you understand?
Yes.
And we have different kind of discipline. We have a checkmate discipline. A checkmate discipline is when you can do things and nobody's going to observe you or nobody's looking at you. That is checkmating yourself without the help of anybody apart from God. Okay. Do you get my point?
Yes.
And the next one is, okay, let me do it because people are doing it. Freedom goes at a space and everybody keep running with it. But when discipline comes, no, this is my principle. I don't drive a dirty car. So why should the car be dirty? I see so many people bring dirty cars to the workshop. We'll tell them, well, we're going to wash your engine, but it comes with a certain amount. They say, no, I don't want to wash my engine. Do you know why? The first car I bought, I washed the engine and there's a problem. Mm-mm. We don't believe there's a problem. We only believe there's a challenge and I need a solution. Everyone has a solution at every point for you to move. So many people don't work with discipline. You must not be dirty. If you're going under a vehicle, you have a line board.
Okay.
Go to the line board to go under the vehicle. The white dudes working on cars, if they are working on cars, they have their glove.
Wow.
And you see it in their hand. So what stops you not to do the same thing? If you are going to walk under a suspension where there will be dusty that you lie down, wear your sunglass. That cover the sun that is coming there. If you want to emulate somebody, emulate them well and do it well. And by the time you finish, go and wash your hand. It's discipline. So I see a lot of mechanics. They say dirty no dey kill mechanic. Now lie yo, disease dey. Disease dey. Good. So I just mastered the act of cleaning my hand. They say cleanliness is next to God, Abi? Or how do they say the word? Good.
Yes.
So I just learned the habit of cleaning my hands, cleaning my face, and using my protective gear. Once in a while, some job will just come that it's not all the time to wear your protective gear. But you must wash your hand always. You have no option. And if you want to walk under a car, get a good jack to suspend that vehicle very, very well and put a suspension there. Use your line mat and go under it. I don't think I've ever gone under a car and I come out dirty. No, because I have a clean line board. And by the time I finish, I carry up my line board back and keep it in my tools house. I wash my tools. If you are under me, if you bring a dirty tools, I'll use that tools to punish you.
I think I'm actually happy that we're changing the narratives, because this cliche that mechanic that's the kid once you see mechanic, funny enough, sorry to say that, but each time I take my car for repairs in Nigeria, I don't allow my mechanic to sit there and say, no, you are going to dirty my car. No, 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 no. So I used to go with one wrapper, I will not put it on the seat. Even when it comes back, I will not be cleaning the brake everywhere before I go in. But I'm happy that you're changing the narratives. Now people can actually wear white and go and work on their cars. Gone are the days where you go to a workshop and you come back. If you don't take the car to the what's it called? Car wash, you won't be able to drive it. Yes.
If you bring a car to my workshop, to where I work, once we are done working on that car, we send the car for washing.
Okay.
We even put freshener for you. You that owns the car that you don't have freshener in your car, we'll wash it and put freshener for you.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait to take my car there anytime I'm in Nigeria. Seriously. That is really a good one, Mr. Increase. I think you've been able to change the narrative, and we are so proud of you. And all this you've put together, you said no help, but there is still you're thriving. Where do you see your brand in the next, let's say, 5 years, Mr. Increase?
5 years is much. In the next 3 years, we'll be globally.
Okay. 3 years is right now. Where do you see the brand? Where do you hope to see the brand?
If you look at our motto, right, is to change the narrative of mechanic globally.
Okay.
Do you understand? To be among the first when they are mentioning an academy everywhere. They should tell you, don't worry, go to so place. Go to so place. But 5 years is too far. We don't blow finish you. Now grace of God now remain.
Increase your cry. That's quite funny. Yes, so you have to blow. With all this you're putting together, I can imagine the stress, startup funds, nobody, no help. And then you've been able to come to this extent, not even going across Nigeria, not just in one state, but different states. I think that's something we should applaud. You've really done well. And I like the fact that it's something that is actually bringing the youths out of the streets, and even those that are graduates are not coming to learn skills from you, because tomorrow they'll be able to set up and start from somewhere. And that is something quite amazing. Now, we live in a world with the way, especially in Nigeria, the decline in the job employment here and there. What do you have to tell youths?
Hmm. There should,
Mm,
there's a word. There was a song I listened to that said, "Education is a scam." Education is not a scam. Oh. Do you
it's
get my
not,
point?
yes.
Education is not a scam. They shouldn't be deceived. But the truth remains, they must have this handiwork. You see, the people we are emulating in the Western world. If you travel to somewhere like Mexico, for instance, you travel to somewhere like Germany, you travel to somewhere like Brazil, you travel somewhere like South Africa, Rwanda. One thing I've come to understand is majority of the guys that are coming into the country to work as an expatriate, they are technical school holders.
Hmm. They come and be showcasing themselves in our country as if they are expert. Oh, meanwhile, you are more
You get my
expert
point? They are technical school holders. And you know what they do in technical school? They equipped them with different kind of handiwork. If you want to be a furniture repairer, they will give you a good soft landing that you'll be excellent in what you're doing. If you want to be a mechanic, you will study the mechanical, they do the practical live and direct in there. If you want to be a what's it called a plumber, for instance, they'll teach you how to lay all the pipes there without no stress. And I thought that was the goal for the Nigerian system about technical school, but I realized that on that part, the government has failed. So what we do is to change the narrative, to teach them what they need to understand, to show them how they need to learn all of these things, to make them understand that yes, they are better with their skills. If you have education, education help you to talk to people. Education help you to manage people. Education give you a foundation ahead. Do you get my point? My
yes.
mother, my mom will say this, me kàwé, ṣùgbọ́n mo ka ọgbọ́n orí mi. Meaning, I do not have education, but I have my six senses. Do you understand?
Hmm?
This is
That
what
is
she will
true.
tell you. Good. And if you have your six senses, sincerely, you won't have any problem anywhere. You
Wow.
won't have you won't have any problem anywhere. So education will help you facilitate it for you to go ahead and understand things yourself. So by the time you are doing the practical, it will take you no time to enjoy the practical. It will take you no time to understand that yes, you can keep things right and you have your peace.
That is quite amazing. And talking about, Nigeria here in Nigeria where we live, and the way the government is no job, nobody, even we the youth, we are no longer relying on them. We're just taking the book by the horn. We're just finding our way. What are they finding level? Everybody's going to learn one skill. Everybody's going to learn one skill or the other. But really, really, this kind of initiative, don't you think that it would be better for others to partner? Because this is something that is quite amazing, and I think people should also partner with you to grow it. Because you said your motto is even talking, changing the narratives globally, not just in Nigeria alone.
You know, we are open to partnership, but we
Okay.
don't want the partnership that is going to choke us. Tell us no, this is how we want it to be. Do you understand? We are open
That's
to partnership that we can reason together, we can grow together, we can expand together, and we can become a warlord on our own together. You know, some people will bring some kind of money that they want to shut your mouth. You can't you can't shut our mouth. We know what
okay.
we stand for, we know what we want, we know where we're coming from, we know where we're going. And so far so good, we know what God has done for us. Without his help, we cannot be there.
Mm,
That's the
that is
sincere truth.
okay. So let's talk about you now being in this field for so many years now. What keeps you going? Where's the inspiration from? Sometimes you're tired, especially knowing for the fact that nobody's supporting it, being your cross all alone, and you're still carrying it. Where is the inspiration come from? Usually comes from, especially at the time you're tired, you're exhausted, and of course, when you know that you have the students, they look up to you, you have to keep going.
You know my word. I am a man helped by God.
God.
I don't hide it anywhere. You might not like me the way I'm going to say it. You might not appreciate it, but I am a man helped by God. If you have failed like a billion times like me, do you understand? You will know that you don't need an advice from anybody to wake up early. You will know that you don't need an advice from anybody to keep your eyelid open all through the night. You will know
Mm-hmm.
that you don't need an advice from everybody to keep running until when you hit the target. You will know
Okay.
that you don't need anybody to hold your hand before you can run. But for the few people God has given to me, I keep telling God, thank you every day. Some will just tell you, don't worry, keep it running, you will get there. That enough is enough. You get my point?
Mm-hmm.
Some will tell you, just take it from this place to this place. There are one or two people. The people that will see, the people that you laugh together won't tell you the truth. But the ones that will tell you the truth and your eye will change,
Mm.
those are the people that we need. Oh. We don't need people that will mock, will be laughing. We are in this bar today. We are in this bar next tomorrow. We don't. As time comes, don't worry. In the next 3 years, we'll be able to go to any club we want to go to in this world.
That is
We'll be able
true.
to go, we'll be able to go to any bar we want to go to in this world. We'll be able to sit down anywhere we want to sit down. Now we might be wearing one trouser and one shirt. We don't give a damn. We have where we're going. We've got everybody that have a goal. There are three different kind of people. The one that have a goal that don't have a direction. The one that have a direction and do not have a goal. But we are the people that have a direction, we have a goal, we have where we're going, and we think of where we're coming from. And we get the strength to move every day.
I love that. Now, what's the fun parts of being, being a teacher to these young people? Not the renowned, not mechanic. I don't say mechanic, but of course, automobile repair. What's the fun part of that of the job you do? Because
I
you talk
become
with
them.
so much, you talk with so much passion.
I become them, they become me.
Okay.
If you want to teach anybody anything to know, you must first become that person. Because if you do not know who that person is, you won't know where the person is coming from. You won't know what the person is exposed to. You won't know how to talk to the person until when you're wearing the shoe of that person before you can teach the person. So the minute you can win the person's trust, then the person becomes you. You start talking like friends. I won't bring nonsense to anybody. You get my point? But if you bring nonsense to me, I'll reject it instantly. So they'll tell you, as playful as Engineer Increase is, as fatherly as he is, as brotherly as he is, as uncle, if you bring nonsense to him, they'll tell you, don't go there. So because I have become them, they have become me. So we've dined and wined together. Some are hungry, but they don't know how to tell you. So by the time you provide food, they'll be open to talk to you. Not because it's the food that is their life, but they are hungry for something. And what are they hungry for? To become a better person. Do you understand?
Mhm.
Some have been molested from where they are coming from. So something in their mind has restricted them. So the minute you get close to them, you get my point? They might not let go at a start, but as time comes, they'll tell you, well, I don't want to fail. That's why I have to do this like this. No, you make them understand that failure is part of growth.
Life. That is true.
People like, for I said it to me, I don't fail more than 10 billion times. So, until tomorrow, I go to fail, they become better person.
That is true.
But our people are scared of failure. And you know the region where we come from, if you fail, it becomes a stigma in your body.
That is true.
If
You,
you fail,
become a
you
laughing
become,
stock.
yes, you become what people will just be laughing at. If you fail, you become what people will just be mocking at. But we have wear the garment of thick skin. Anything you say is on your own. We don't send you. We'll keep going because we have a goal. We keep going because we will know where we're going. We keep going because the tunnel is dark. We keep going. And until when we get to the brighter side of the sun and everybody have happiness.
Wow, Mr. Increase. Thank you so much. It's quite amazing to know that you are not only teaching our young ones, bringing them to a place where tomorrow they will say, okay, I can take care of myself and even my family. But also you are employing people as teachers as well, people working there, and that is you helping in your own way, helping our economy, helping the country. And we say, well done. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. We appreciate your time, and we say you should keep doing more, Mr. Increase. Keep on with the good work. And of course, hopefully, before I let you go, do you have female students?
We have so many of them that we've trained.
Wow, really?
Yes. I converted my secretary to technician. Right now, she's in New York, managing managing a whole workshop in New York.
Really?
Yeah.
And you did say your daughter as well is now with you in that, the job you do.
There's no option, no. You have to just be there.
I love that, Mr. Increase. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming on the show. Viewers, I've been on the show with Increase Oluwakayode Oluwole Oshorun. He is the general manager, Keku Automotive Academy. Yes, where he's grooming the younger ones. You can be a clean, posh, shiny mechanic, you smell nice and all that. That is the thing we talk about, and there's so much money. The guy is saying that once you are able to learn how to do brake specialist, people will be looking for you. At that point, you know how it is. So the money just keep coming. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Thank you. We'll have you again next time on the show.
Thank you for hosting me, and have a wonderful working day ahead.
You too, sir. You see what we talk about on my show, the young achievers. Now, this is a young Nigerian. Oh my goodness, this is so inspiring to know that the father is a mechanic and he actually got the inspiration from there. And you see, he didn't have to abandon the fact that, okay, my father is just a mechanic, or now he went to school, he studied mechanical engineering, and okay, I'm going to one office to work. Now he is teaching people as well, bringing people into that field. How amazing is that? To know that he did not abandon the father. It's the same mechanic that saw him through school. You see now, he came back and is now, I love this. You can be somebody today. And he did say it's not just for graduates alone. He has tutors people that even just school start holders, and they are doing amazingly well. And they have different classes, they have different departments, mechanical, just brake specialists and all that. So they're electrical as well. You see, this is a young Nigeria actually, and you can see that the school now is across some states, like 4 or 5 states in Nigeria. This is amazing. This is amazing. And you can start up today. Don't say tomorrow. Start up today, and you might just be the next CEO will bring you on the show. Showcasing yourself and what you do. That's your own way of building. Creating a world of your own and still carrying people along. The amazing thing about Mr. Increase Kayode is that not just teaching people, reforming, changing the narrative on, mechanic or automobile repairs in Nigeria, but he's also employing people like the teachers, the lecturers in the school. He's paying them, and this is something we should actually applaud. Well, thank you so much for being on the show today. We appreciate your time, and don't forget to follow us on our social media handles. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and X, and of course, YouTube. Subscribe to our page. Bring somebody to subscribe, and of course, share and leave us with your comments. We love to hear from you. And as well, make sure that while you are out there, stay safe and, don't drink and drive. Obey the traffic law. And don't forget our different packages here we have on SRTV. We have so much. Anytime you want to go on that tour, just call us, and of course we'll be right there to book your tickets, whatever you're going to, visa application, and or we have every package ready for you. Ticket services and all. Study in the UK, we are here for you. Just a call and we will be right there. And of course, don't forget our events coverage. We cover events, all kind of event video coverage, photography shoots, and everything you have to do. Birthday, weddings, book launch, church service, Juma, anything, just call us and we'll be right there. And as well, don't forget our magazine. You can be the face of our magazine for the month, for as low as 30K. How amazing is that? We can showcase your brand, your skill, everything you do, and even your products and services as well. And don't forget that we are into rentals as well at for a very reasonable price. Just come and rent your cameras, our cameras, and of course lighting system, editing. We have all ready for you. And that saying that peace is priceless. So let's always give peace a chance, and don't forget to start a skill today. You might actually be a graduate, will not stop you from starting that skill, starting that just get a side hustle. And this is amazing. So you can start off something today. You must not be a mechanic or automobile repair, but you can start off something today, and that is what we are saying. I'll see you again on the show next week. I remain yours truly, Princess Kessy. Bye.